good morning, and happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to the Tri-State Traffic Show. O'Don here, your traffic jockey in the traffic center. Yes, we are back in the traffic center, not in the mobile unit, right? But that was a lot of fun yesterday. Hopefully, everyone got a chance to see that and really enjoyed trying to do that. Just logistically, it's very interesting in how to actually go ahead and do that. Just the phone itself, starts to overheat when you're streaming video for after a short amount of time. I have to see if anybody knows, please post in the comments of where, if there is such a thing like a cooling phone case or something that you can, chill down the phone. I was thinking maybe there was some sort of a case that you could stick in the holder, but then plug the case in, and it had fans in it or something with via USB or volt or some other power source or battery or something like that. But I have to take a check, take a check on Amazon as it is for everything, right? So good morning, everybody. Tri-State Traffic Show here up and running. Let me just take out the banner here this morning. We will do that. And we are up and running now. This half hour is sponsored by the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. CranfordVanillaBeanCreamery.com. And if you caught happened to be, I know it was sort of impromptu. I know I mentioned it in the morning show, but I wasn't sure whether I was going to actually do it or not. But so on my way, I left the reporting job yesterday. I said, well, let's just go down the parkway because I know there's going to be traffic, and what better way to show traffic with traffic, right? I was supposed to be getting into Union out of Irvington. And then I decided, well, let's take a stop at the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. We'll see if Ralph was in. So if you haven't checked it out, Ralph was in. Chatted with him for a couple of minutes because, again, the phone was starting to overheat at that point. Again, don't ask me why. So that's in the list of videos there. It's the one from yesterday afternoon. There's two of them on the 18th. So just take a look at each one of them. I think the one from yesterday was actually a little bit longer. It was well over an hour. The first one was only about a half an hour. But anyway, it was great to see Ralph. He's doing well. We had a nice conversation. Had a little ice cream. It was absolutely delicious as usual. And Anna, if you were on, yes, it is you were right about the cornbread ice cream. It's cornbread and strawberry jam. Very, 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 very good. So Ralph, two thumbs up there. So again, he's doing well. He thanks everybody that's come into the shop there on 22 North Avenue West. All right, let's get you to our action here this morning. We'll open up the comments here. Alexandra is with us. Yes, happy Friday. Good morning to you. Thanks for joining us here. I don't know if are you in the city or are you working from home? Hopefully you're working from the WFH, work from home situation. All right, so we start in New Jersey here. We've got an overturned truck. That's not good over by North Maple Avenue. We know we have a couple cameras in that location, so let's check that out in real time. And looks like it's right on it. Wow. Expand this camera here. Yeah, hopefully the driver is okay because I landed on the driver's side door to the ground. Just flipped over. All little box trucks. Hopefully, let's see. Alexandra says work from home. Excellent. Very good. Um, this is the driver. I'm not sure, but again, hopefully everyone is okay. But the left lane is going to be out of service here this morning. Anna, buenos dias to you. Good morning. Good morning. Um, just mentioning before you joined us that the interview with Ralph is at the back end of that little ride and drive I did yesterday afternoon. So that's the second one if you want to go back and take a look at that. And yes, it is cornbread and strawberry jam. That is the new creation that you were when you went up to see him and say hello. That's what he was working on. So it's only going to be, oh, let's see. I think he said in maybe another week or so, 1st of September. and he's going to take that out of the lineup, and then he's going to. I think next weekend is the return of the fall flavors, the pumpkin spice and the apple cider donuts. So good stuff. Anyway, so again, this is north on 287 in Bernards Township. We got to just widen this up just a little bit. Go to the maps here. We just widen this up. And again, it's a Friday right in the middle of summer. And there is just not much going on. Usually we go to 8:30 on Fridays, but we're on hiatus from the morning show until for the next 2 weeks. They're just taking a little time off, a little vacation, going to do some more work in the studio, and should be bringing some really good things to come. Also, um, make sure to tune into the New Jersey Morning Show. This morning, I will be on it with the AZI Pharmaceutical grand opening we were at. Um, Interviewed Governor Murphy, interviewed Lieutenant Governor Sheila Oliver, as well as Congressman Pascrell from the Ninth District. Let's see who else. Mayor Dr. Scarpelli from Nutley, Vincenzo, the Essex County executive, Roy White, legendary Yankee. That was a lot of fun. That was exciting. And so I believe most of those interviews, if not all of them, will be in the broadcast this morning. Again, that's on YouTube and Facebook at On New Jersey. And onnewjersey.com is the website. Let's see. Anna says, I was so disappointed I missed the afternoon show. Yeah, we missed you. Again, I didn't have a chance to say what time I was going to go on. I didn't know what time I was going to finish. So we actually wrapped up a little later than I was thinking. So like around 3 o'clock. So I was going to do the Route 3, Route 46 deal, but there's just too much traffic to try to get involved in all that. So we'll have to do that another time. So we'll go to 287 here. That's where that accident is, here by North Maple Avenue. And yeah, so just a minor delay. I think it just happened, actually, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. Yeah, 7:13 with a fuel spill. So, um, it didn't happen 5 minutes ago. This is the last update. I think it happened just a few minutes before that. So we'll keep an eye on that situation for us. But that it is really tranquil. I mean, it is a Friday, right in the middle of summer. Parkway looks good all the way down the shore. 195, Atlantic City Expressway, 206, the Turnpike. It's just hard pressed to call it any kind of traffic. I mean, it is like a Sunday morning. It really is. Wow. There is just no one on the roads this morning. I was going to go till 9, but maybe we'll just go to 8:30 because there's really not much happening. Hudson River crossings, look at that, under 10 minutes there. We are Keen and green. We'll go into the city. Staten Island crossings are fine. Oops. Oh, wow. I lost track of the time. Sorry. It's 7:19. So before we get to the city, just give you a quick preview. Just some delays in the Gowanus to BQE, both ways of the Van Wyck. Just here at the RFK and on to the Bruckner. But Long Island is really in fantastic order, except out to the Hamptons, Hampton Bay, Southampton, Watermill, Bridgehampton. Jump across the Sound into Connecticut, just some very, very minor volume going south of exit 15 down to 11, then 8 through 6. Hudson Valley, again, there's really no major problems here all across the board. I mean, it is just, wow, gorgeous out here this morning. Gorgeous. And including the weather is gorgeous. And that is coming up right now. Look at that. 5 golden suns across the board here this morning. From our chief meteorologist in training, Mr. Jon Rocco. So, yeah, just a beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous start to your early Friday morning, getting ready for the weekend. So our temps here are now into the mid 60s or so, maybe a little cooler up in Newton at 61, around 70 in Cape May and 66 in Lakewood. We head to the five boroughs now, looking at temps into the upper 60s to right around 70 degrees, where they should be for this time of the year. So we're, I think, pretty much on course here for a kind of normal summer day. Into the upper 60s as well, out on Long Island, Hudson Valley, looking at maybe a little lower temperatures here into the low to mid 60s. So again, our delta, our temperature gradient is really not too great by 3, 4 degrees or so. Monticello coming in now at 56. That's beautiful. That is fantastic. Fantastic. Um, Yonkers about 66 or so. Southwestern Connecticut also upper 60s along the shoreline, and then up to Torrington, Waterbury into the lower 60s. So definitely a comfortable start. Maybe just slightly humid, just a little bit, but it is gorgeous out there. Uh, Here's John's forecast for today: mostly sunny. It's a partly cloudy, depending on where you are. Looking at temps, actually going to warm up fairly nicely, up to about 90, 92. So yeah, it was fairly warm yesterday. Temps were probably about 90 or so. A little cooler at the beaches. Cape May 84, 86 in Islip. We're probably looking at low to mid 80s there along Seaside Heights. Seaside Heights, Atlantic City with the sea breeze. So yeah, just another gorgeous summertime day. No question about that. And our rain and storm threats here, really nothing in sight until potentially on Monday. Just a few showers are likely, and then Tuesday another chance for some showers. But John says the drought is worsening. He's saying 99.99% of Connecticut is in some level of a drought, including 13% in extreme drought, an increase from about 76% from last week. And only 0.01 is only abnormally dry. I wonder where that section of Connecticut is. Um, so we are in just dire situations here in Connecticut. It's getting worse by the minute. I mean, there is just literally no rain in sight. So we are extremely dry. Hopefully, we'll get some more showers there on Tuesday, but we shall see. And we shall see the 7-day weather forecast that will be coming up 7:45. All right, so let's talk to you about the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery, some of the best ice cream in the land. Again, check out our short little impromptu Ralph interview with the video from yesterday afternoon. If you have a moment to peruse the video files. um, so yeah, Ralph makes some of the best ice cream located in Cranford, New Jersey, 22 North Avenue West. 908-272-3000 is the phone number. You can see the blood orange, the lemon sorbet, the fluffy cotton candy, peach and mango. I should have taken some more pictures while I was there, but I was too busy trying to do the live stream and didn't think of it. And the phone was acting up anyway. But so yeah, you can see the party cake. We have a grasshopper. We have cookie dough, black raspberry. So just a plethora of ice cream for you to choose from. Chocolate cookies and creams, Oreo, triple strawberry. So he has the core three: chocolate, strawberry, vanilla. Um, as some frozen yogurt options, the Dole pineapple whip. I actually had some of that yesterday. That's the first I've had of that, and boy, that is wonderful. Light, refreshing, not very sweet. So just delicious. The lemon sorbet is even better and very refreshing. Very light. That's dairy free. So is the pineapple whip. He has some frozen yogurt options, some sugar-free options. So there is a lot to choose from for anybody who likes any kind of frozen delectable treats. So head over to Bradford Vanilla Bean Creamery. 908-272-3000 is the phone number. Also makes these wonderful sheet cakes. Well, he does make a sheet cake, and I asked him about the big sheet cake that serves up to 40 people. Um, said he has one on order for next weekend. So he said he's going to send over a picture of it to us so we can actually take a look and see what that looks like. I'm very, very interested to see what that very large sheet cake looks like. But again, he has these smaller cakes for any kind of occasion, birthday, any kind of celebration. Here at the Crime for Vanilla Bean Creamery, 908-272-3000 is the phone number, and 22 North Avenue West is the address. And his web address is crimeforvanillabeancreamery.com. Follow him there, and also follow him on Instagram and also on Facebook. So we thank Ralph for being a proud sponsor of the Tri-State Traffic Show. All right, friends, let's go back to our maps, shall we? Let's put this back up. There we go. Again, it is fairly tranquil out here, and we don't bird in the traffic biz. So we'll go here to the incident page, just on the chance that I hopefully maybe didn't miss anything, but we'll see. Bronx Whitestone Bridge going into Queens, broken down vehicle, one lane is shut. Crash investigation on the Ed Koch Queensboro lower level, both directions at Queens side. Oh, okay. Um, find that situation because that's not good for buddy. 167 cameras there. Wow. Wow. Trying to decipher and sift through. On the queen side, so that is closed. So let's see what this camera is. Wow, look at that. That's all the traffic going to the upper level because the lower is shut. So I wonder if they relaxed the HOV restriction. I would imagine they probably did. I mean, that's gotta be at least a half an hour here at the Queensboro. It's always interesting coming underneath that there. Jackson Avenue approach, yeah. Just buried in traffic. Holy cow. Oh, you're lower? Yeah, it's the lower, right? Where this crash is, that's the upper. Wow, look at that. They're taking parts of the bridge out. That's insane. Just never understood how, like, how is that, like, safe? They can take the center pavement, all this off to repair all this bridge work, but they can keep this side. Wow. That's the lower roadway, but I'm thinking that it's closed inbound because why would all that traffic go for the upper level? I don't know. Here. So I don't know. So again, they're saying that the Ed Koch lower is shut completely both directions, but I mean that's the upper. So I'm seeing traffic here on the lower. I just don't know which way that is though. This is inbound, so the outbound side has to be shut. That's where it is because the this is the that outer roadway that's only going Queensbound. That doesn't head Manhattan bound. So the inbound side is open on the lower, but the outbound side is completely shut. That makes sense, and that's why those barriers were up there on Second Avenue. They didn't want any traffic to get into that location. So let's go here now. Wondering again if they have relaxed the HOV restriction on the upper level. I'm thinking not, but not sure. Um, that's why the Midtown Tunnel is about 20-25 minutes because the Ed Koch and the inbound side is about a half an hour. It's just a parking lot trying to get to all points here. Queens, Jackson Avenue approach, also off of Queens Boulevard. So just avoid those two crossings if you can. Would imagine that the Williamsburg Bridge will probably pick up some more traffic here in the next hour or so. And speaking of the next hour, let's bring in our sponsor for this half hour's Travels with Darley. Watch her on PBS Great and J New Jersey PBS, as well as Amazon Prime, Wondrum, and Ovation TV's Journey. And you can follow her at her website, darley-newman.com. Hopefully, she had a great program. I wasn't able to attend last night. On Destination Cities St. Louis from SmithsonianAssociates.org. So hopefully she had a wonderful program yesterday. Again, BQE is really heavy, Queens Boulevard down to the Williamsburg Bridge. I'm thinking that this is only going to get heavier as long as the issues continue here at the Ed Koch. Although looking at the cameras, it looks like the inbound side, both levels are open, but there's a ton of traffic there. So I think people are going to opt for this BQE down to the Williamsburg Bridge, come down that side. And I think that's why this is as heavy as it is. And then it kind of just goes to the green because people are also avoiding the Midtown Tunnel as well. But Brooklyn looks good. Upper level to the Verrazano getting a little busier now with that construction. The Bell Parkway is fine. The Van Wyck here at Hillside Avenue is a mess. Cross Island, as you get into Hempstead Turnpike onto to the Grand Central, looks pretty good. LIE going west here at the Queens Boulevard exit is busy. RFK, I think something's going on here because, yeah, on the Manhattan span of the RFK. So let's go up there. We're able to see anything. You know, years ago, they actually had cameras on all the MTA crossings, but doing that. Okay. Yeah, it's not much there on the RFK. So it looks like there's an accident on the Manhattan span of the RFK. And maybe a crash on the Deegan now. Let's roll the video, but I think it's that. Ah, of course. This car, I think it's these three vehicles here, possibly, that may have been tangled up. Little altercation. So that's brand new here to the situation. North on the Bruckner is heavy here at Pelham Parkway. Just heavy traffic. Nothing being reported there. West on the Cross Bronx, heavy at the Bronx River. Throngs like Whitestone are fine. Whitestone Expressway is busy heading up to the Whitestone Bridge. This issue at the Manhattan span of the RFK is just buried traffic all the way back to the BQE. You know what? Let's do this. Let's see if we can see menu. There's a bridge and tunnel. Give the operating status of the bridge and tunnels. I'm probably just going to say delays. Some delays here. Vehicle collision, Manhattan bound, 2 lanes blocked. Yes. Thank you very much. Again, there used to be cameras on these bridges and tunnels. Bronx Whitestone Bridge. Motorists divide to use extra travel time. Extra beef, extra broccoli. Yeah, I guess they took the let's see what this says here. Hmm. All right, so let's go to the Long Island page. I was just trying to see if there was cameras there. No matching records. That's good news there. Let's go to the Hudson Valley. There's always a vehicle for us to choose from. Taconic south right shoulders out in Mount Pleasant, but that's not causing any kind of a major problem. Um, Again, friends, it is just like it's crazy how light the traffic is. Connecticut's fine, just a little congestion south of 15 down to 12, and then out through exit 7 and 8. That's about it. Again, Hudson Valley is just absolutely beautiful. Everybody is just dialed out here this morning. Everyone's just away. Way 84, Beacon Bridge, Brewster 684, 84 is fine. So is Route 22. So, we're doing quite well here in the AM. Let's go to the incident transit. There we go. That out in real time. So we got the coastline here this morning. 12 from Long Branch, 20 minutes late. The coastline here, 726 arrival, and the Penn is 15 minutes late. And light rail here, Grove Street, 816 departure from Newark Penn. Again, Newark Penn is canceled due to equipment availability. Okay. Let's go to PATH trains. Check that out. Got oh wow, they're getting fancy now. They've kind of freshened up the deal. Looks like they're just Twitter. So Newark World Trade again. Newark World Trade resuming normal service. Police investigation has wrapped up. That was 41 minutes ago. So that was a little 7. Let's go back to the MTA. We'll check out our rails. Some delays on the J train. J trains are running with delays in both directions that are EMS assisted passenger near need at Broad Street. Okay. Go to the rails now. Metro North is good. These are just the station notices there for those track changes. So Long Island Railroad is going to be fine. Let's go back to New Jersey because we're dealing with that over box truck on 287. Get that for you. So yes, there it is. So maybe we'll just stay on this for a brief moment. Again, hopefully the driver and all parties involved are A-OK. There we go. Hopefully everyone's all right in this. So there's your box truck there. They've got some apparatus on scene. So left lane is shut. Maybe about 5 to 8 minutes there this morning as you come up into North Maple Avenue. This collision. So that's really the biggest thing going. And the RFK in Manhattan. Kind of hang with this here for a minute. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, I will look it up here on my other screen, is the fact that I believe both Yankees and Mets tanked last night. Yes, they did. Lost to the Blue Jays. They got buried 9-2. Wow. Yankees are in a free fall here. It's now a 9-game lead. They have 3 more with the Blue Jays, so theoretically, I guess they could cut that to 6. Certainly make things interesting after like a 15-game lead at one point. The Mets, 76-43 now. They let's see. Lost to the Braves 3-2. So let's see. 4. Mets went 1 for 3. Braves took 3 out of 4 from them. Wow. And now it's a 3.5 game lead for the Mets. getting heating up now, literally, figuratively. It's getting crazy. So here we go. I wanted to see what 17 other pages. Wanted to go NFL schedule. Let's see if the Jets and Giants are playing this evening. Let's see. Panthers, Patriots, Saints, Packers, Texans, Rams. Tomorrow is the Bills, Broncos. Season tomorrow, Commanders, the Washington Commanders. Niners. No, I don't think the Jets and the Giants are playing this weekend. No, doesn't look like they're playing. So, anyway, 7:41 now is our time, friends. You're watching the Tri-State Traffic Show here on Facebook and YouTube. We thank you so much for joining us. Join Anna and Alexandra here in our chat room, our moderators here this morning. Post up a comment, please. Like, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Kind of stalled out on our subscriber growth just a little bit, so please pass the word to everybody that you know. Trying to get to 200 subscribers in 200 days. So we'll see if we'll be able to meet that goal. I'm hoping we can. But yeah, it's very, very, slim out here this morning as far as our traffic is concerned. So it's very, very light. Except for this and the RFK Triborough. That's really about it. So again, this is in Somerset County in Bernards Township going north on 287. Again, 287 north over by North Maple Avenue. That's exit 30. Left lane is shut. So we're dealing with this collision. Again, hopefully the driver is okay, but there is a fuel spill. The saddle tanks here, the saddlebags on each side. More than likely one of them ruptured, probably the one that's actually laying on the ground on that side. So could be a little bit of an extended cleanup. So just give yourself a little bit of extra travel time. We'll show you exactly on the map where that is here this morning. It's coming out of Basking Ridge on into North Maple at 30. So, there's maybe about a 10-minute backup at best, but it's only getting worse before quite honestly gets better. Coming up into Bernards Township out of Basking Ridge, this is Bernardsville, really. That is about it. I mean, some congestion here on 280 across the Stickle Drawbridge. 17, maybe it's getting a little busier now out by a little bit busier now out to Central Avenue and Rochelle Park. And Parkway is fine. 23 Wayne Oakland 208 is good. 20217 Route 23. If you're maybe looking to beat the heat up to the northwest section of our great state on 15 206 94 23 Hamburg Sussex. 206 Sandyston Montague 78 80 80 46. Everything heading out to the Gap is good. 78 out to Easton Phillipsburg. Quiet. Oh, I just said it. Damn it. Oh well, here we go. Buckle up. 287 is good. From the Turnpike all the way into Bridgewater. So is your Parkway. For making your way down the shore. Beautiful. It's almost to beat the traffic on Saturday. If you were able to find some place to stay on Friday, this would be the time to go. Is Friday morning, and then just stay. Add one more day, but just got to find a place to stay. Parkway through Beach Haven. Parkway into Long Beach Island, I should say, is good. AC Expressway 55, we're doing fine into 42. Just a little bit of congestion. Maybe we'll just show you that. We'll come off this camera here. Let's do that. Um, go to cameras. Go to, I gotta widen this up just a little bit more because I can't see it. 55. Center. I don't think it shows anything. No. The 42 tour. That. 42 at 41, maybe? Burgundy? 42 at 55, maybe? That's fine too. Sometimes those traffic flows just a little aggressive with the flow data. But yeah, I'm not seeing anything there. I'm not seeing anything. A picture's worth 1,000 words. That's right. And again, we just have our issues here. At the Ed Koch, the lower roadway outbound is shut with investigation. So that's kind of why this BQE is all tangled up. As the BQE is all jacked up, getting out to the Williamsburg Bridge. And then the inbound Gowanus BQE combo mess. Midtown Tunnel is about a half an hour. As people are, 1A, avoiding the Ed Koch, and then 2, avoiding the RFK. That's at least 30 minutes because of a Manhattan-bound span accident. Snapshot of Long Island, we're fine. East on Sunrise Highways heavy through the Hamptons, Watermill, and into Bridgehampton. Again, we see that every single morning. Southwestern Connecticut is fine. So is the Hudson Valley. Everything is clean and green. We're quiet across the board. There, I said it again. Bum, 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 bum. Looks like the Deegan may have an issue here out by the Mosholu, heading south. Let's just quick look here before we hit weather and the break. And let's see, where are we? It's right in here. Down. Yeah, there is something going on there. Let's show that video. Yeah, heading into Van Cortlandt Park. Yeah, there's definitely something closing up the right lane, some sort of an accident here going south. So we'll go South Deegan at Van Cortlandt Park. Let's see if the DOT city incident has put it up on the page yet. Yes, Deegan South, just before Van Cortlandt Park and the Cross Bronx Expressway. The Bronx. All right, so let's get to our weather here. Do this. So we've got 5 golden suns across the board. This is provided to us by our good friend, Chief Meteorologist in Training, Mr. Jon Rocco from Rutgers University. So 5 golden suns bring along the sunshades for the ride. 7:48 is our time, so 68 degrees here in beautiful central New Jersey and clear skies. So temps into the upper 60s to around 70. It doesn't look like it's going to get much warmer than that. 71, 72 at the 8 a.m. hour. Same thing we're hovering, averaging around 70 here in the 5 boroughs. Upper 60s to about 70 or so, I should say. A second. Leg cramp. Sorry, folks. Upper 60s to about the lower 70s out of Long Island. A little cooler up towards the Hudson Valley. Again, we're dealing with about 57, 58 up in Monticello, into the mid 60s or so. A little warmer in Yonkers, getting closer to 70 now. Same thing in southwestern Connecticut, a little warmer along the shoreline, about 70, 71. Mid to upper 60s, we'll say mid 60s for northern Connecticut. So here's John's forecast for today. Mostly sunny to partly cloudy. Temp's going to warm up fairly nicely. So it's going to be a fairly warm day into the lower 90s or so. 92 in Trenton, 91 in Central Park, 90 in Freehold, 84 in Cape May. So a little cooler at the beaches with a little sea breeze, which would be a nice place to beat the heat. Cool off just a bit on the Jersey Shore or the Hamptons or the South Shore of Long Island. And again, we're very dry, as John said, just 99.99% of Connecticut's in a drought situation. 13% in extreme drought. So we need the rain. Maybe the next shot will be Monday or Tuesday. And as you see here on this, the drought monitor, I should say, you can see it is just brutal, especially into eastern Massachusetts. Outside of Boston, there is just bone dry situation, extreme drought. New Jersey is in the probably abnormal or moderate to severe drought in certain places like Somerset County, Middlesex County, Union County. But other parts of New Jersey are in the abnormally dry part of it. Long Island looks to be into the moderate drought. So we definitely need the rain here across the board. And again, as John has put up there on the left-hand side of the screen, New York, 3.24 in a severe drought. Connecticut, 99.99% in official drought, and highest level extreme drought. New Jersey, 8.7 severe, 24.13 moderate, 55% abnormally dry. So, John, awesome slide, my friend. Thank you. And here is the 7-day weather forecast. Take a look at this here this morning. So 91 today, 87 for tomorrow, 83 on Sunday. And also, again, our chances for showers are on Monday and Tuesday. 80, 85, then warms up again for Wednesday and Thursday at 87 and 86. We thank John for the 7-day weather forecast. We'll do a check of the forecast coming up at 8:15. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back in just a moment. We are back. I know I'm not Matthew McConaughey. Good morning, everybody. Gonna take just a moment. Tegan Elizabeth, happy Friday. Yes, hello to you. Happy Friday. Good morning. Welcome. 8 o'clock now is our time. 68 degrees and clear in the Tri-State Traffic Show Traffic Center, and this half hour is brought to you by Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. CranfordVanillaBeanCreamery.com. So let's go here this morning. We'll go back to our action, and we're dealing with a crash here along the Deegan. Before we took a quick break, we were looking at this collision here going south on the Deegan, just before Van Cortlandt Park South takes out the right lane. So that is going to be just about in this area here. And I don't, unless there's another accident by the cross, probably there is a secondary crash. That's right. Um, I'm a mess there this morning. Wow. Oh, goodness. Huge sneeze. Sorry about that. Woo. Ones it feels like you took out your fillings in your teeth, right? So there's one crash at Van Cortlandt. Let's go back to the instant page, give it a refresh. I have a feeling they probably have this now. Yes. This here, Van Cortlandt Extension Park, right lane, left lane here, up by Depot Plaza. Depot. Check that one out in real time. So there it is. Video. It's involving these 3 or 4 cars here, so it's really just taking out 2 lanes. But I will say this, if I can do this properly. The delay is very minimal, and it's because it's August the 19th on a Friday in the middle of summer. If this were September 19th, this would be backed up to that. You would have connected this in red all the way to Van Cortlandt Park. So you take it for what it's worth here. If you're watching us in Yonkers, just be careful. I would stay with the Sawmill down to the Henry Hudson, or just budget yourself some extra travel time going up the thruway and passing Yonkers Racetrack here into Van Cortlandt Park. Van Cortlandt. Yeah, so the city is getting fairly crowded now. West of the Cross Bronx, heavy at the Bronx River. South on the Bruckner, looks like we got another crash here. So, see, what did I tell you? As soon as I mentioned the evil word quiet, it all goes down the drain. So let's see if we can show the video here. Ooh, what is going on here? Oh, this is that long-term construction. I was thinking that's a crash or something. So there is definitely something going on south here. No question about that. Wait. Problem there. Looks like Long Island may be in the mix with a problem as well. See, what did I tell you? Happens every single time you say it's quiet. It just literally explodes off the maps. Vehicle fire westbound. 2 lanes are shut. 40 and 39. So let's take a look at that. Smoke. Where there's smoke, there's fire. There. East. So that's all rubbernecking delays. So unfortunately, the camera is not going to be able to facilitate us with a. Oh, no, sorry. Wrong way. Powell's Lane. Powell. It's on the westbound side of Jericho. Oh, this is going east. That's west on the left. If they were to turn the camera around the opposite way, it may be able to get a shot of this vehicular vehicular fire. Um, I don't know why this is slow all through here out by Glen Cove Road. I'm not quite sure what the situation is there. So maybe in this area out here, that's where our vehicle fire is. But nonetheless, on the maps, as you see it here, definitely tied up in either direction. So maybe a secondary crash going east. Island incident page west. They're saying. So the rest of Nassau County is fine. Out to Hampton Bay, Southampton, Watermill, Bridgehampton, East Hampton. Again, our slow traffic continues there on Sunrise Highway. We'll go over towards Connecticut, where 95 a little busy, 8 through 6. Lower Westchester, north on the Hutch at North Street is busy. Tappan Zee Bridge is fine. The Thruway 202, Route 6. 84 looks good. Route 17, the Beacon Bridge, 84 all the way out to Brewster is quiet. 684 to 22 down through Katona, Bedford Hills, Mount Kisco is going to be looking good as well. We have issues on the Deegan going south here at Van Cortlandt Park, a secondary crash out by the Deegan, by the Cross Bronx, the Ed Koch Queensboro Bridge. We're still dealing with that situation with the lower roadway, but let's just go there if we can. Again, we're on Facebook and YouTube. Please post up a comment and join Alexandra, Anna, and Tegan Elizabeth with us here for the ride. Say hello. Crescent Street. All right, so the lower levels open now in both directions. Outbound side was shut, so our situation is that's the upper roadway now. So yeah, yes, the Ed Koch has been cleared of the investigation as we see it here. That just hasn't been updated. Innes Humboldt here. Let's go to the BQE. Give you the BQE. That's yesterday or some evening. Don't know when. Does it show anything? Yep, there it is right there in the right lane. So that one's probably going to be there for a little while. So now, stiff shot from Flushing Avenue up into that location. Again, our typical Gowanus BQE combination in the trench, hammered. But, through Bay Ridge, Sunset Park is good. Upper levels of Verrazano, the long-term repair there continues. Staten Island, everything is good, though the outbound Goethals looks a little heavy here. Why? A little heavy. Dare I say that maybe some are making an early exit for the shore? I doubt it. I think there's definitely going on. And again, our biggest situation here is this northbound. Let me just give the page a refresh. Northbound 287 coming up into exit 30, and that's growing by the minute now with this fuel spill. 55 north, left shoulder is shut by Broad Street, Little Mill Road in Franklin. That's not going to cause any problems. Go to the travel times here this morning. This is a big one here. 17 North is going to be shut at 80 in Lodi from this evening, 10 p.m. till 7 a.m. tomorrow. Detour will be in place. It will be in place for you to detour around that. We go 287 North, 78 to 80, so 22 minutes now, double that. So about 25 to a half an hour, I would say, on 287 this morning. Much for that. Um, oh, you know. Anna, let's see. Will you be going to any car shows in the near future? It's a good question. Maybe Monday evening. My meeting got canceled. Just found that out yesterday, so we'll see what the weather holds. Um, see what the rain, as Johnny had said, if it holds off. Of course, we don't get any rain for like a month, and the only day they want to potentially open up the schedule to go to a car show, it's going to rain. But we'll see. Um, if not Monday, then Friday there's another show maybe going to as well. Um, so yeah, potential is about 50% now for either Monday or Friday. So maybe I'll do a little walk around on that and upload it. Not the problem, the situation that it gets challenging is the fact that they play music and stuff like that, and YouTube and Facebook. They just you hear it's like name that tune. With Tom Kennedy, it was like you know I can name that song in two notes, and all of a sudden pick up two notes, and it starts throwing up flags all over the place. So I can't really take too big of a risk with the YouTube channel. Facebook, you know, it is what it is, but um, it's really more for the YouTube channel. So I got to kind of plan it out when they're when the DJ is really talking, instead of when they're playing music, right? So oh yeah. So yes, short answer now to your question, Anna, is yes. My plans are to be going to potentially one or two next week, and as the fall, as it gets a little bit cooler. Again, that's the thing with these car shows. A lot of times, or at least the ones that I've been going to, definitely one at the end of September. That's the biggest one of the season, in the park over in Central Jersey, right on the border of Edison. Um, is that you go to these car shows for the most part, and they're in the middle of a parking lot, and you spend an hour walking around and this and that, and then they don't hand the trophies out for another 3 hours, and it's like you're baking, you're broiling. There's very little shade, and it's not terribly conducive to bring one of those like canopies or whatever, because if you walk away and God forbid the thing blows away and then hits some guys, $60,000 resto mod or whatever, it's just there is like a little unwritten kind of rule to a degree, a little etiquette, car show etiquette per se. Transit's fine. Path here this morning. So yeah, we'll see. But my plans are to hopefully, as the weather cools off a little bit, try to get out and do some more of that. Like to do some more work on it. So path is on or close to schedule. We're fine. Let's go to the MTA. See if it's fairly quiet here this morning. Six train. Southbound 6 is delayed. Will remove a train with mechanical problems from service at Cypress Avenue. Okay. Let's go to the rails. Metro North is fine. Some delays in the Montauk branch now. 539 doing a Long Island City at 844, 10 to 15. Equipment trouble there, but what's another 10 to 15 amongst friends on a 3 hour ride? And this is also including the city terminal zone. 657 train for Port Jeff doing Hunters Point Avenue at 843 has been extended to Long Island City today. Oh, okay. Guess they're making extra stops, as they say. All right, so that's the transit piece of it here at 8:15. Wow, we hit the post, right? We're right on time for the first time in who knows how long. So let's go to the Weather Center. And our forecast provided to you by our chief meteorologist in training, Mr. Jon Rocco. We thank him for the forecast. And I've got 71 now in the traffic center in beautiful central New Jersey. And it is really looking good out there. Just golden suns across the board. Perfect beach day today. Get out and enjoy. So temps now are into the 70s here throughout the Garden State. Same thing into the five boroughs. Fact is, let me pull up on my other screen here the observation list. We'll do that. and we'll check out the temps here in just a moment. So, temps here getting closer towards 72 or so. We will go over to Long Island now. Again, hovering the Delta is not terribly, you know, radiant, you know, 6 degrees at best. So into the lower 70s now. So a gorgeous, beautiful early start for run on the boards there in Long Beach or out towards the Hamptons for a nice walk, getting some breakfast. A little cooler, obviously, in the Hudson Valley into the low to mid 60s to start things off, getting closer to 70 now in Yonkers. Along the shoreline, Bridgeport, New Haven, into the lower 70s, mid 60s or so on average, we'll call it for Danbury, Waterbury, Torrington, and Hartford. Let's take a look at John's forecast for today. We're looking at mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies, depending on where you are. So temps are going to warm up fairly nicely. So summer's still hanging on here, even though we still have summer for an entire month. So 90 degrees in Freehold, 92 in Cherry Hill, 92 in Trenton, 91 in Central Park, 86 in Islip, 84 in Cape May. Cooler along the beaches there as you come through Monmouth County, Spring Lake and Belmar, probably into the lower 80s, a little bit of a sea breeze. So it'd be really nice to head out to the shore or even the South Shore of Long Island, North Shore of Long Island, wherever there's a little bit of water and cool off just a bit from these, averaging around 90, 91 degrees. Anna there in Homedale, maybe make your way out to Long Branch or Seabright, or even Sandy Hook would be a nice little road trip to Sandy Hook today. I want to talk to you about this because this is awfully important. You can see that there's very little rain in the forecast, maybe a few showers on Monday, as I said, with the car show. We'll see how that plays out. And Tuesday, another chance for showers. But our problem is with this wonderful drought monitor slide that John made for us, we are looking at, New York State, uh, 33, almost 34% abnormally dry, 17% moderate drought, and 3.24 in severe drought. Connecticut is an official drought, highest level extreme drought, about 0.01%. So it's very, very marginal there, but pretty much the entire state is in a drought situation. It seems like the further north and east you go away from the tri-state, the worse the drought gets. I'm not quite sure why, but like outside of Boston, you know, Eastern Connecticut. Eastern Connecticut is really getting hit hard. The map is a little bit small for me to read exactly where we're talking there, but kind of southwestern, maybe Rhode Island is in exceptional drought, like really like bone dry. Long Island looks to be match up the colors here. Moderate drought. Parts of New Jersey are abnormally dry. Um, kind of the central part of the state, Middlesex, Somerset, Union, northern Monmouth, southern Essex County. We're looking at severe drought. So we're in pretty bad shape here. Again, New Jersey about 8% severe, 24 moderate, and 55 abnormally dry. So we absolutely need the rain, no question about that. And thank you, John, for providing the slide. Very, very informative, very helpful. Again, John does an amazing job. And um, I'm trying to think when John's going on vacation now. Uh, Not next week, it's the week after. So he's setting up for some cool graphics they showed me a little preview of for um, Weather Watchers Club. I think you're really going to like that. That won't be coming to us for about another month or so, mid um, September. Oh no, I hope the track gets better. I'm driving up to Maine on Monday. Yeah, Maine there, Tegan, looks like you know, kind of similar to what the tri-state area is. Certainly not as bad as what's outside of in eastern Massachusetts, eastern Connecticut, Rhode Island. It's just really getting absolutely hit hard. But there's definitely some drought conditions up along this section into Maine. Obviously, northern Maine is fine. Upstate New York, I would imagine that's probably still working off some of the snow that they had from the winter, have some left in the reservoir, but we're it's a problem. There's no question about that. We absolutely need the rain. And I thought the winter was fairly spring was fairly soggy deal. But Anyway, so we do need the rain, and we'll have last and final check, I should say, of the forecast coming up, coming up at 8:45. Let's talk to you about the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery, a wonderful sponsor for the Tri-State Traffic Show, as Anna and Justin have partaked in some of the wonderful flavors there at the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. And again, if you missed our interview with our little impromptu interview with Ralph yesterday on my ride home, check that video out. Give it a thumbs up, like it, throw some comments up there. Please do. Also, again, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We have 107 subscribers, I think. We'll check for the at the end of the show here. In fact, I'm going to check it right now if the computer will allow me. 107 subscribers. So, um, yeah, definitely check out. That is the episode 75 is what you are going to be looking at. And again, Ralph just has this amazing ice cream. There's no doubt about it. Just absolutely delicious stuff. The blood orange, the peach mango, the lemon sorbet, cotton candy, Anna's favorite. Wonderful toppings to put on any of your cups and cones. And he just has just something for everybody. From the hard ice cream, he has the soft vanilla and chocolate ice cream. You can swirl it, mix it up on the cone. That's always very, very fun. The pineapple whip, the raspberry whip, absolutely delicious. They're dairy free, which is certainly helpful for many who have some issues with dairy. He has some frozen yogurt, and again, the sorbets are dairy free as well. The peach mango, lemon, and also the blood orange sorbet. And he has two new flavors. Well, one is brand new. I didn't put the picture in. I took a picture of it yesterday. Anyway, we'll save that for Monday. Cornbread and strawberry jam. So that's what he was working on, Anna, in the back when you came up to say hello to Ralph. Cornbread and strawberry jam, and it's getting rave reviews, and it's just a very limited run. I believe only for another maybe 2 weeks up to Labor Day. And then he's switching over to the fall flavors, the pumpkin spice, as well as the apple cider donut will be arriving, and potentially some other surprises as well. The second flavor that he's added to the lineup is root beer float. I've had that before. That's really good. Beer float is really, really good. Mm. I should have gotten a picture of that yesterday, and I didn't. But yeah, root beer float is absolutely delicious. And again, he has these other toppings here where he's got the peanut butter and the marshmallow drizzle there, along with the candied walnuts, as well as the fresh fruit. So again, he's got a little bit of something for everybody. He has the flying saucers and the chip witches, and he also has these amazing cakes, these round cakes. Small cakes he serves 4 to 8, and the those larger ones about 10 to 15 people or so. But he does have a large sheet cake on order for next weekend, so he's going to send over a few pictures of that cake, and we can show all of you. I'm just curious myself to see what that looks like. So again, Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery, 908-272-3000 is the phone number. CranfordVanillaBeanCreamery.com is the website, and follow him also on Instagram and Facebook for the latest and greatest that's ongoing at the Vanilla Bean Creamery. And we thank Ralph once again for sponsoring the Tri-State Traffic Show. There are some of our temperatures here this morning. Our temperature gradient here. Again, these are about half an hour old. These temperature readings, EWR coming in at 74. Gabreski Fair at 72. 73 at Islip, Kennedy at 75, 65 in Somerville, Somerset County, 69 in Trenton Mercer. Let's go to the South Jersey list. We'll get some observations there. PIA, Philadelphia, 73. Allentown, Lehigh Valley, nice, comfortable 64 there. Mount Holly coming in at 71. So, it is just beautiful out there all across the board. Go to Connecticut and Hudson Valley, Bridgeport at 70 in Fair, White Plains, 73, 71 in New Haven, and 71 at Central Park. Let's go to my favorite, the Hudson Valley, now up to 60 in Monticello. That's beautiful. like light fleece weather. 64 in Montgomery, Orange County. Stewart coming in at 66 WNBC. We'll head out to Montauk now in the lower 70s across the board in Montauk, East Hampton. Oh, it's a very, very beautiful start. Let's go down to Cape May. Wildwood, 74. AC Airport at 73. Dover Air Force in Delaware, 72. Millville at 71. Um, Georgetown, Delaware Coastal Airport at 73. And we'll go to AC because this can bring up Belmar Farmingdale at 71. Lakehurst Naval Air Station coming in at 70 degrees, and McGuire Air Force Base at 72. So it is absolutely beautiful out here this morning. You cannot pick really a better morning to be out and about. Again, we're live here on Facebook and YouTube this morning. Please leave a comment. Let us know where you're watching us from. I should say. We go to the maps, and this 287 issue is now starting to get worse before it gets better. Let's go to the cameras. I'm going to go to the whole camera list because I'm going to see how far back this delay goes. So we're back to about Mount Airy. That's north on the left. 26 up to 30. So it's probably going to run you about a half an hour now north on 287 because of the situation here. Well, they got the box truck back up on its wheels. So it's on the back of the wrecker. Um, the left lane is shut, and it potentially, depending on how bad the fuel spill was, and it's an hazmat situation. Again, I use hazmat, but that's what they call it. It's not, toxic gas or anything crazy. It's just the gasoline is in the ground. It's on the grass, and they just have to put some sort of agent on it or whatever. It'll absorb some of the diesel fuel. So that may take a little longer, but they may be able to do that onto the grassy median, the shoulder, and not have to take out the lane. So again, looking at about, I'd say roughly about a half an hour or so. We'll go north along 287 there. About 20, we'll say half an hour just to get you through it all, you know, just to safely get you through there on 287. All right, so we'll widen up the map now. Parkway kind of doing what it does best. Remember, I was there yesterday and seeing just a lot of traffic here through the Bloomfield area from 147 up to 150 or so. So look for that. 21, getting up into 20 is busy. 208 Route 417 is fine. Let's go down here into Central Jersey. 287 is good. And again, if you're heading down the shore, Parkway is quiet. 195 Turnpike, everything is cleared except for this Turnpike situation here at the Delaware Memorial Bridge. So let's go there. That's a fresh situation here this morning. We'll go here, there. Yes, there's definitely something happening on the bridge because look at this. It's at a complete standstill as you travel south on the turnpike, getting into the Delaware Memorial Bridge. So that just happened. So we'll keep an eye out on the incident page to be alerted if there are any changes to that situation this morning. But it's almost getting onto the span of the Delaware Memorial Bridge. So that's running about 15 minutes or so this morning. So again, it's on the bridge. It's not so much on the turnpike or 295 per se. So either way, you're still going to have to sit in the delay no matter which approach you take. Down towards Cape May, things are in great shape. 55, 40, 322 Parkway, Seattle City, Avalon, Wildwood, and Cape May is fine. Although, no, it's the Parkway. At exit zero, exit of exit zero. I'm surprised the band hasn't called themselves Exit Zero. Long Beach Island is fine. So again, New Jersey, except for those two issues there on 287 and the Turnpike, and this 287 thing may clear up here very shortly. Let's go to the Hudson River crossings now. And this half hour is going to be sponsored by Travels with Darley. Watch your show on PBS Great, Amazon Prime, Wonderum, Innovation TV's Journey, also New Jersey PBS at 3:30 weekdays, Monday through Friday. And darley-newman.com for more information. So about 12 minutes at the upper, under about 10 for the lower at the George. Same thing at the Lincoln and the Holland Tunnel. Um, Go to the city incident page, see if our Deegan crashes have been uh, picked up here this morning. So no, we have two crashes on the Deegan. Um, yeah, it's starting to get fairly busy here this morning. So we will go here. Let's do this. Ed Koch has been completely cleared of the, as we saw. It's the Deegan up here. There is one crash here out by the Cross Bronx, and then a second crash here going south at Van Cortlandt Park is taking out a lane. You have to look for that. RFK Triborough beginning to ease up a little bit because there was an earlier accident there on the Manhattan span that's gone. South of the FDR Drive, heavy from the 130s down into the area of 96th Street. Whitestone Expressway just getting drilled getting into the Whitestone Bridge. Um, Nothing reported, just a ton of volume, although something I think had to have happened either on the bridge or just here at the Cross Island because it's usually only about to there. And we were well back to Northern Boulevard. So, yeah, keep that in mind. LIE, a lot of traffic through the fairgrounds. Then the BQE going north is heavy out of Flushing Avenue just before Kosciuszko Bridge with a broken down vehicle. Midtown Tunnel is about a half an hour. At Koch is still running about 25 plus minutes or so. BQE, Gowanus combination of mess into the Brooklyn Bridge. Bell Parkway playing nicely eastbound. A little bit slow traffic here out by Bay Parkway, but that's about it. Upper level of Arizona to Staten Island is heavy with that long-term construction this morning. Staten Island crossings are going to be just fine. Let's go out to Long Island, shall we? And we're still dealing with this vehicle fire on the westbound side of the LIE between 39 and 40. We're well back down to Jericho Turnpike. Eastbound is heavy all the way back through, I'd say, I don't want to say Shelter Rock Road. I don't think we're back that far, but Roslyn Road probably is the better locator for that. Really, Searingtown Road, I think, is where we're dealing with some of this slow traffic. It's amazing. Look at this. Trying to find out what the road name is. You zoom in all the way, and now it finally tells you it's Searingtown Road. Why wouldn't it do it there? Uh, um, so yeah, so LIE has gone down the drain fairly quickly here. So that's why the northern state picking up all the traffic out to the Wantagh Parkway this morning. Um, Southern states, some light volume both ways at 135, little light volume on the LIE West and the Vets. Sunrise Highway, 25 is good. Sunrise Highways, Hampton Bays, Southampton, Watermill, Bridgehampton, everything is slow as usual. Go to Southwestern Connecticut, we're fine across the board. A little light congestion, 8 through 6, and even that's beginning to thin. A Hutch is, let's see, Hutch into the cross count. No, Hutch into La Crosse County was heavy. I think um, there's something going on earlier. Now been cleared. Again, the Hudson Valley, we're fine. Across the board as you see it, it is just super quiet out here. 95, I again, it's just this delay here through Stamford, through exits 8, 7 on the approach into Greenwich. But that is it, friends. That is it. Let's just go to the Hudson Valley incident page. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Nope, didn't do that there. Connecticut incident page. Check that out in real time. 8 through 5. That's it. Again, marginal delays. Go to the 287 issue here. Let's go back to that, see what progress they've made here. Bernardsville. Okay, so the truck is now off to the shoulder. Left lane is still shut. Again, they're still doing a fuel spill cleanup. Now, whether there's an investigation of some type, I'm not quite sure, but we'll keep an eye on that. Um, let's see, Anna, planning on a beach day tomorrow. Still haven't decided which one. We'll probably stay local. I don't mind the traffic as much as the search for parking. Well, yes, you're right about that. Trying to find parking is a real challenge, and years ago, oh gosh, in Belmar, I got a parking ticket for not feeding the meter there the proper way. It was like a, I don't know, 30 or $50 ticket, and that was a long time ago. That was a lot of money. So yeah, you have to be really careful. Actually, it's actually possibly easier if you're that close to the beach, say 10, 15 minutes out, um, just to call an Uber and just have them pick you up and then just drop you off right at the beach. Then just Uber back on over, if it's not terribly expensive. But yeah, no, it's definitely beach parking is a challenge, right? Kind of a game in its own. Would agree. Uh, Not fun. Not fun. Especially when you have all the gear, you've got the chairs, you've got the umbrella or the towels and all that stuff. It's just such a project to get onto the beach. You got to bring all of this stuff like you're moving in, literally moving in. And the worst part about it is I just hate when on the way back, not the way back when you get in the car, you get the sand in the car or whatever. Oh, it's a horror show trying to get that out of the carpets. Oh my gosh. But I digress. That's just myself. I just, you know, um, thinking something happened on the parkway there in Bloomfield. So let's go there because it shouldn't, I don't think it really should be that slow. We'll go 48. Busy there, south of Essex. That's really crowded. I At 151, that's fairly moving really at the speed limit per se. Yeah, it looks like it's just some slow traffic coming up through that area. Not much you can do, just a little bit of sluggishness. But yeah, so definitely join us here now. We're gonna go to another we'll go towards 9 o'clock, give or take. Let's see here. And I have a mom mobile. Sand in my car is often the least of my worries. Aha. Okay. Yeah, day at the beach is day at the shore, as we call it here in New Jersey. Justin, I think, said they call it the beach once you're actually there. But yeah, definitely can be a fun prospect. Um, I think I'm more for the, walking the boardwalk and stuff like that. I enjoy the sounds of the ocean and the sights and the smells of the ocean and the beach and the shore and all that, but not a huge fan of just sitting out on the beach itself. I'm not sure why. I just don't know. Really a fan of going in the water either. Never really have. I don't know. I don't know, I just find it kind of strange that, you know, walking in the ocean like that on the beach, can't really see, like, you can't see your feet. I mean, I feel like I'm gonna step on something. You just don't know what you're walking in. And yeah, different story though in Hawaii. I went in because you can see straight to the bottom. It's like it's crystal clear. If it wasn't salt water, you could probably drink it. Um, but they've got fish, I should say, that just swim around your feet and stuff. It's very, very fun, as Alexander will experience on her honeymoon. Not the biggest beach girl myself. I prefer sitting by the pool. I agree with you. Yeah, I'm with you there. Um, but when you do make your way to Hawaii, definitely you've got to go into the water. You'll see it's you're not in Jersey anymore. So you actually be able to see your feet. Like I said, the water is crystal clear. Beautiful, stunning. It's paradise. It really is. It's just amazing. Um, yeah. So what was I doing? Oh, we were talking about this turnpike here seems a little banged up. Um, Back to the turnpike cams. We'll check it out by the Molly pitcher. See if you got anything rolling here this morning. Turnpike and Turnpike at Molly pitcher. Fine. Let's go to 8A. Well, that's granted, it's a toll plaza. By 8. I just showing much there. Yeah, I think it's just kind of in a um, off-camera zone there. Alexander, excited for Hawaii? Yes, absolutely, absolutely. I'm still trying to find the name of that tour group for you. I just haven't been successful. I just don't know where the just don't know where the DVD that the, from. Oh, Alexander, hang on one second. I just something just hit me. Be right back. Yeah, sorry, just something hits you in the mind there or whatever it is, and I thought I had it in the where I have the remote controls and stuff for the TV and stuff. I thought it was in that cabinet or whatever you want to call it, table or whatever. It's really a coffee table. It opens up and you can get has storage in the inside of it. Um, I don't know why I just all of a sudden just hit me like, wow, I think maybe maybe it's in there, but I will try to find that for you and send it over. If that tour group is even, I mean, this was 6.5 years ago. So yeah, we'll set that up. Um all right, so 8:45 now is our time. Let's head to the weather center since our traffic conditions are fairly quiet. Golden suns across the board here this morning. Temps are now really into the lower 70s across the board here in New Jersey. And we're looking at, into the lower 70s as well through the five boroughs. So, very slim delta there, couple of degrees on either side of 70. Just a gorgeous start. It doesn't really get much better than this. Maybe if maybe the humidity maybe up slightly a little bit, not much, but a little bit of an uptick. 72 here in Shirley, 72 in Farmingville this morning. Over to the Hudson Valley, looking at temps here to the mid 60s to around 70 degrees or so. Same thing in southwestern Connecticut, looking at about 71 or so in Bridgeport, 68 in Waterbury, 67 in Torrington. Monticello was up to about 60 at this point in the game. So, uh, today's forecast, we'll take a look at that from our chief meteorologist in training, Mr. Jon Rocco. Going to be another warm day here into the lower 90s throughout most of interior New Jersey, along the beaches and shoreline, probably into the lower to mid 80s, a little bit of a sea breeze. So Anna will have a little bit of a breeze, um, cool breeze through her hair and into the wind, right, her interface. Which will make things probably fairly comfortable out there on the sand. Make sure you wear like shoes or whatever. That sand can be done that before. Boy, that sand is hot. Oh boy, burn the bottom of your feet. You know, talking about sunburn, more like a foot burn. Ooh. Anyway, so typical kind of summer day today. So nothing to get terribly excited about. No rain in the forecast, unfortunately, until potentially on Monday for a few showers. Tuesday, also another chance of showers, but again, that's hit or miss. You know, we're going out 4 days now, or 3 days, 3, 4 days out. And, you know, we need the rain as John has prepared this wonderful drought monitor map. You can see here, New York, about a little over 3% severe drought, 17% moderate drought, 33% abnormally dry. Looking at Connecticut, 99.99%. It's almost like toothpaste or something with fluoride, but is an official drought. So that's the entire state. Um, Jersey, about 8% severe, 24 moderate, 55 abnormally dry. So again, got some pretty big issues, but our issues are certainly not as large and growing. Over towards Rhode Island and eastern Massachusetts, northeast Connecticut. Um, so they are in that extreme to exceptional drought. I wonder if it's interesting when it goes to severe, extreme, then exceptional. Feel like it should be the other way around, although they're probably using the adjective exceptional, meaning that it's like once in a lifetime kind of drought type situation. I get that, but just interesting the verbiage there. Let's take a look at the 7 day weather forecast. So 91 degrees for today, 87 for tomorrow, 83 for Sunday. So it's setting up to be a great weekend. Another chance of showers, as we mentioned, Monday, Tuesday, 80, 85, 87 on Wednesday, and 86 on Thursdays. Then we're going to kind of heat things up just a little bit towards the midweeker for the third or four. I'm getting my dates wrong. For the really third, almost fourth full week of August. You know, we're getting in. You know, Labor Day is when Labor Day is. I guess from Monday. What is it? 3 weeks from Monday. Let's see. What's today? 19th. Yeah, 19, 9th, 22, 29. It's 2 weeks from Monday. Labor Day is 2 weeks from Monday. Wow. Um, I've got a football game to, at least I believe it's still on schedule to do live high school football coming up in about 10 days or so, really. September 1st. So, wow, that came up escalated quickly, as Ron Burgundy said. Anyway, so Johnny, thank you so much, sir, for the wonderful forecast. As always, my friend, have a great weekend. We'll see you back on Monday. And this half hour is sponsored by Travels with Darley. Darley-Newman.com. Watch your show on PBS Great, Amazon Prime, Wonder Innovation TV's Journey, and go to her website, Darley-Newman.com, for more information. You know, she has this wonderful program, travel program. It really gets the local angle of, you know, any of the destinations that she travels to, finds a local tour guide, really gets what it's like to live in that destination. And again, last night she had the destination cities. I wasn't able to attend the event last night, but hopefully she had a wonderful program. A lot of people watched. Um, so really, that's what separates her show from all the others, in the respect that, you know, really gets that local flavor of any of the destinations. A lot of adventures, you know, horseback riding, also bike riding, hiking, you know, you name it. Darley is doing, you know, canoeing, boating, and, you know, just all kinds of adventure stuff for the show. Her and her crew do an amazing job. So again, you watch her show on PBS Great, Amazon Prime, Wonder, New Jersey PBS Innovation TV's Journey. Darley-Newman.com is the website. And if you are unfamiliar with Darley's program, show you a little clip here of you know what, I'm gonna show the one from France. It's a little bit longer than normal, but it really shows the local side of things, you know, really just finding those local gems that nobody else will find. Before I do that, I just want to see here on her Twitter page if She's made her way back home, or she's still on the road. Let's see. Um, but anyway, so let's run this little promo for those unfamiliar with Darley's program.
Hi, I'm Darley Newman, exploring one of the many storybook villages here in the Alsace region of France. Famous for its wine, Christmas cookies, and delectable cuisine. I'm exploring Alsace's quaint villages with locals as the guides.
So welcome to Egisheim, which is one of the cutest Alsatian villages and the oldest. Most of the houses date of the 16th century.
Heidi, it's like a little storybook village here.
Yes, it looks like the time stopped. But this is really real stuff, huh? We're not in Disney World.
From historic architecture to celebrated cuisine. Hot wine and pretzels.
And here we say bretzel, not pretzel. Monks invented it in the 9th century. It's supposed to be one of the stinkiest French cheese. And it's different in this day. Merci beaucoup. Thank you very much.
Merci. Including in Alsace's capital city of Strasbourg, where flavors meld together that may surprise you.
We call our pizza Flammkuchen. And we don't put tomatoes on the pizza. We put cream, we put onions, we put bacon, and sometimes we put our typical cheese, which is the Münster cheese.
That's good.
This is the typical Alsatian cake. The name is Kugelhopf with H.
I like that.
Good, huh?
As Travels with Darley takes a river cruise along the Rhine River in France and Germany. This is the life, I'm telling you. Walking through a medieval village, eating some quiche Lorraine, and just enjoying Alsace. Great, now we just need some wine to go with this.
So that's literally a little taste of what Travels with Darley is all about. Again, you can see the really local flavor that Darley gets from any of her programs. Again, go to her website, darley-newman.com, and we thank her for sponsoring the Tri-State Traffic Show. All right, so let's go back to our action here this morning. So there's definitely something happening onto the Turnpike this morning. When we go to the incident page, I imagine they're going to report this here shortly. Let's see here. Yes, southbound before 8A. We were in the right spot, but it is on the shoulder, or it's just all lanes are open. So it's causing some delays just because of the police activity, and that is going to be right in this area here. So be careful coming out of Route 18, heading south on the Turnpike here this morning is a little tied up with that crash. Again, go with the inner roadway or car lanes are going to be the much better drive. Again, we're live here for, let's say another 10 minutes, I think is what we're going to go here. So we'll go 10 more minutes, and then we'll wrap it up for this week. Been a fairly busy week here on the Tri-State Traffic Show. 80 going east here, a little bit of delay getting into Route 15. 287 as you traverse north into Harding Township out of Basking Ridge, still pretty busy because of that overturned box truck, still closing up the left lane with a fuel spill, still being cleared there. North on your Parkway is fairly crowded through Bloomfield this morning. South on the Parkway through Union through the construction is also crowded as well. Hudson's are under about 10 minutes across the board this morning. We'll just give you the freshest numbers there. Let's do this. Maybe closer to 15 at the Lincoln, just looking at that map. About 10. Yeah, but 10 minutes across the board. That's what we're going to go with. We're going to go with it. The Bell Parkway, a little busy here both ways over by Bay 8th Street. Not quite sure why, but a little bit of sluggish traffic there. Same thing on Staten Island, east on the expressway, east of 440. Outer Bridge Crossing looks pretty good. And dare I say that Outer Bridge is a little bit busy back to New Jersey. Maybe someone getting an early start to head to Sandy Hook. Let's check out the 138 ride. That's getting a little crowded as well as those early beachgoers heading out to Belmar and Spring Lake, potentially over to Point Pleasant as well. Um, go to the BQE Gowanus combination. It's just a part. It's just a mess all up and down the BQE. Can't win there. Midtown Tunnel is about a half an hour, about 25 at the Ed Koch. Um, getting on to the Bruckner is really busy there in that elevated section this morning, coming off the RFK Triborough south on the east side. DR Drive. It's crowded there at the RFK. Got to get my letters right. Both ways of the Van Wyck at Hillside Avenue is busy. Inbound Jackie is heavy here at the interchange this morning. Both ways of the LIE is fairly crowded here at Queens Boulevard. East on the LIE, heading out to the Clearview is busy. And then also more traffic here on the Grand Central heading out to Long Island. Of our early push is in effect. And then it's just this mess here on the LIE going west of 40 in the 39 with his vehicle fire still being cleared. So what it is doing, it is really taking its toll on the northern state now, picking up all the alternative volume going west into 106, 107. And then getting out to the Wantagh Parkway is just really crowded. So really a tough ride. Central Nassau, again, Central Nassau County, Southern State, a lot of volume here out by 135. Seems like everybody got up and out all at the same time, right? 347, a little busy up here through Stony Brook, Smithtown. LIE is fine. We go over to Southampton, Watermill, Bridgehampton East on Sunrise Highway is busy. So, yeah, looking at a ton of traffic. North Fork, we are fine. Go to Connecticut this morning. Looking good. In Stamford, heading south here along the shoreline, 95, 8 through 6 is busy. Let's continue over to 287 is going to be clear. So is the ride. We're still dealing with the Yonkers, the Deegan situation. But this time it's going north now. So something else has happened here in Marble Hill, which is actually Manhattan. Even though it's not on Manhattan Island, but it's technically a part of Manhattan. Actually, in the it's in New York County at that point. It's the only neighborhood on it's the only neighborhood that's still technically part of Manhattan, but actually not on Manhattan Island. I don't think I just confused you even more. But let's see, it's right in here. So we had that southbound problem by Van Cortlandt. This is going to be that's new approaching 230th Street. We got this crash here. Right lane is out of service. That's what these overhead signs are for, and that is what it is telling you at 230th. So yeah, that's a major, take that off the list. I mean, we are well back almost to the Cross Bronx now. So that's really getting hit hard there this morning. Again, I think there's some long-term construction as well involved in that. And this, this hutch here past the drawbridge is really busy getting up into Post Road, Boston Post Road, Route 1. I don't know why. So I think something may have happened there as well. And north on the Bruckner is pretty busy getting up and into the hutch. So yeah, so there we go, folks. It's 9 a.m. here on the East Coast of the great United States of America. Let's bring in the weather temps here one last time because we should have some fresh numbers for the most part. 77 at EWR. Let's see, 78 at Gabreski, so warming up nicely there. Almost 80, 79 at Kennedy. Somerville has jumped about 14 degrees or so to 74 now. Teterboro at 75. Let's check out what Monticello is as well. Looking at 67. So we've had a jump in about the last 40 minutes of about 7 degrees. So warming up nicely there at 67 degrees. Um, so yeah, so I think, friends, I think we're going to wrap up things here for the week. It's been a fairly busy week as quite active here on the Tri-State Traffic Show. Make sure you like and subscribe the channel here on YouTube. Tell all your friends, please. We're at 107 subscribers. We're going for 200 subscribers in 200 days. So I appreciate if you can pass the word along to as many of our wonderful friends as possible. So again, there are the videos. This is the video with Ralph here. What we'll do, let me see if I can play Ralph's interview. Let me see if I can find it. There I am, showing the before the phone completely overheated. Thanks for the YouTube TV. Tell me if you can hear this. Yeah, the streaming on this phone was just awful yesterday. I think he's coming out here now. Let's see. That's because the phone was just roiling. I have to see if there is some sort of a case that I can get. Anna says, "Have a great weekend, everyone." Yes, you too, Anna. Enjoy the beach, enjoy the shore. See you on Monday. Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. I can't hear Ralph. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. I wasn't sure whether I'm able to share that with audio, so I apologize for that. But again, Anna, that's the episode 75. That's where you'll find the interview at the what mark here. Um, about the hour mark. You should be able to see that. The streaming is much better here early on. So yeah. So please, friends, if you can, subscribe to the Tri-State Traffic Show. Certainly helps out myself and Johnny in the Weather Center. Again, John will be hopefully with his colleagues there at the Weather Watchers Club coming up sometime in September. So I'm excited for that to provide the forecasts for us. All right, friends. So with that said, I think we're going to wrap it up for a week here. It's been a very busy week on the Tri-State Traffic Show. We thank Alexandra and Anna, as always, for joining us here today and all week, and all week, I should say. And as always, our first two legacy subscribers there, the 1 and 2 subscribers there. Not sure who's 1 or 2, but they're both number 1 in my book. So we thank Anna and Alexander for joining us each and every morning. Tegan Elizabeth, our newest subscriber, thank you so much for joining us as well. And for all those who are going to watch the replays, we thank you so much. And again, if you can, please like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. As I keep mentioning, it helps us out here greatly in the Tri-State Traffic Show Traffic Center. Also, hit us up on the Facebook page at Tri-State Traffic Show. And also, you can send us an email if you like at tristatetrafficshow@gmail.com. So, all right. So we thank you so much for watching the broadcast. We thank Ralph from the Crime for Vanilla Bean Creamery. Also, Travels Darley for sponsoring this week's worth of programming. Thank them very much. Everybody have a fantastic weekend, and we'll see you on Monday morning.